Hi, I'm Cindy Morgan, and you probably know me from Caddyshack and TRON.
Livermore Lab in Northern California. That was very cool.
When we're entering, there's this huge, thick door.
Now that is a big door.
That was done at night, and right next to where we were shooting, they had roped off and said some radioactive spillage had happened. There were signs warning, don't cross this rope.
There was a roped off area, I remember, and as usual, I paid no attention to it. And when I needed my makeup touched up, so I was on my way over to get that done, and I just stepped into the roped off area, and everybody around went, "Stop!" And I had stepped into what apparently was a live nuclear little area. And I had to stand very still until my shoe was professionally denuclearized.
The way you do a swimming scene nude is you keep the water moving.
I said, how would you feel about, doing playing this, without your clothes on?
She was very reticent about being nude.
She said, well, I'd rather not. And I said, fine, that's fine with me.
I lied. I'd had a lot of brandy that night, so I don't know how cold the pool was. I can't tell you honestly.
Studio to be profiled is actress Cindy Morgan. She earned her Bachelor of Arts from Northern Illinois University in speech communication, which is really a good basis for acting. But Cindy took her speech training to WSDM-FM, the first all-female radio station, where she was a disc jockey. How long were you there, and how did you become a disc jockey?
That's how I worked my way through college. I spent time working on the radio. I told my parents, I'm going to get into show business. You don't have to support me anymore if you don't want to. And they said, bye.
Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right. Somebody told me, that you did some broadcasting in Chicago.
I was a disc jockey for 5 years.
You're kidding?
No.
Radio?
On a radio station, I did the weather. I took a little time off. I worked the weather, and I was a sound engineer in Chicago.
Yeah.
Atlantic, Pacific, how long were you a weather woman?
About 8 months. We all know each other now.
That's right. Okay, anyway, as far as, we'll get to the,
There's the weather. Oh, look, there's a big green thing.
Forget it. It's going to be hot and humid, upper 70s today.
And nice. Come on out to Comic-Con and say hi.
If you want help with your game or anything else, give Tom Ward a call. He's your man. Me too. It's a fine line when you do that kind of humor. You have to know how to walk right up to the edge of the cliff, but don't jump.
Yeah.
You just be very careful with it. Simultaneously. And if you were in there, you better hang on and stay in the scene. Live in Florida now, South Florida. Love it. And I'm finishing the book on Caddyshack still. 30 years later, about 30 miles from where we shot it, and I just love it here. It's warm, it's wonderful. My friends in Chicago, earmuffs, don't listen. But I'm really happy. Happiest I've ever been. Because because now I finally get what I want to do. I get to tell stories.
Because I've out-finessed myself. My foe, my enemy, is an animal. And in order to conquer him, I have to think like an animal, and whenever possible, to look like one. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was doing.